3-2 in favor of the quote home team here in the Hardwood Classic Tournament. Nice baseline drive up, can't get it to go. So we saw in the game just moments ago, both teams shot less than 15% from the field. There's Coben. That's a hard drive. He's going to get paid for it. He's going to go to the line, trying to make three the old-fashioned way, and his team up by 3 right now. 5-2, 6:44 just underway here in quarter number 1. Coben's shot was in and out. Back to the Bison, I beg your pardon. Bison wearing their road reds, tops and bottoms. Wildcats of Soto wearing their white jerseys with very prominent numbers. No over the back call. That's going to go again. That one's going to go against DeSoto. Let's see if they get that one on. That's going to be against David Coben. That is his first. So we see him over there talking with Coach Matt Rice. We will effort to try and raise up the camera over the students here. Well, bear with us here. A great camera operator, Darren Kilos. We see that one go in. Makes it a 5-4 game. But we're going to go up, up, up. Back down. Doing double duty here. Trying to clear the heads from the students here on the near side. Passionate student fan base here at DeSoto. All right. Well, okay, how about that, folks? All right, I got the thumbs up from Darren Kilo and Hayden over here taking the stats. Going to be breaking those down for us all game long. 5:42 left in the first. Home team up by 1, 5-4 over the Bison. David Coben standing on the baseline. Waiting for the official's whistle. He got it. Here's Blake Miller. Open the scoring with a hot 3. Here's Lang. He's got a great first step up and nothing but. How about Jaden Lang getting in on the scoring? His first bucket of the game makes it 7-4, 5.5 to play in quarter number 1. The Bison. Here's Jordan White, and he is quick as anyone here on the floor. He loses the handle of it, coming back the other way. Wildcats, loose ball on the floor. Gonna go to the Bison. Hard to see from up here exactly who touched it last. The officials had a great vantage point on the far side, 7-4, DeSoto by 3. Ian Fail, saw him last year, the Hardwood Classic. He went off, I believe in one game for about 14, most of those from 3. Coben drives, makes his own shot, penetrates, kicks it back out up top to Johnson. Johnson can't connect. Here's Alex Carreras, nice underneath. Alex has the first bucket for him, make it a 7-6 game. Coben's going to walk it up. He's going to talk to his team. Tell them exactly. They want him to go. Baylor Bell thought about a 3. Instead, he's going to give it to, there's Coben doing what he does best. Faking out everybody in the gym. He caught 3 Bison in the air. You know, there's, what is the old saying? When pigs fly, is there one about when bison fly, when there's 3 of them in the air, there's going to be a foul? And Recipient of that's probably going to be number 24, at least in this contest. Mr. Coben has missed all 3 of his free throw attempts. A little uncharacteristic, but as we pointed out in the first game here on a10varsity.com and FHS Network, still pretty early in the season. Both teams here tonight, the first 2 that we saw, still trying to find their stroke. Here's Alex. Alex is only a sophomore. He was arguably one of the top players in this tournament here at DeSoto at the Hardwood Classic last year. He was very impressive coming off the bench for Coach Denny and company. But this year, so far, DeSoto is 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. Or excuse me, 0 for 4 from the free throw line. I beg your pardon. And Kilo feeding me some great stats, and I can't even read them correctly. Reading is hard. 3:38 left in quarter number 1. It's Lang getting it up, and there was an errant pass. Maddox Dow had the right idea, but might have been just a little bit over anxious with that pass. See Coach Matt Rice on the far side. Friends, if you don't know a lot about basketball and you just want to kind of watch for entertainment's sake, it's always great to watch Coach Rice. He's such a passionate coach. Been doing it here for so many years. Loves what he does, and pretty evident that his players certainly love him as well. First-year coach for the Bison in just a second, but here's Alex again using his body the right way. That is a heady play by number 21, Alex. Only a sophomore, but he uses his body perfectly to give him just enough space to make that basket. Long 3, Coben can't get it to go. Rebound to the Wildcats. Coben thought about it again, but he sees Lang underneath. Off the glass. Jaden Lang, he's got 4. Wildcats have 9, Bison have 8. Bison look to retake the lead. 6A versus 5A matchup here in the semifinals, the Hardwood Classic. And there he is again, Quincy Bynum. What a fun guy he is to watch. That's going to go off the foot of Aziz Awel. I think they will have a different opinion than most, but that's okay. They had certainly a lot better vantage point than we do up here, or even the fans. Quick note about these students from DeSoto High School. During the national anthem, oftentimes you hear maybe some snickers and students are talking amongst themselves. Great rebound by Blake Miller. But I looked at him out of the corner of my eye, and right there we almost saw, how did that happen? David Coben, someone check his sneakers. He's got those go-go gadget springs in there because he went up, up, up. Somehow he floats in midair for about 3.5 seconds. I don't know what his vertical is, but it must be around 57 because he was in the air for a long time. And he made those points happen, 11-8, 3-point spread. Here's Bynum to the top, working it over to Aziz. Or trying to work it inside to Aziz, rather. There's Liam Daly. How about that? A little razzle-dazzle for the 6-foot senior, Liam Daly. Cuts the lead to 1 for DeSoto. Nick Ogden into the game for the first time. Force on the inside. Both teams kind of feeling each other out here in the early goings. I'll finish my thought on the student section on DeSoto High here in a moment. Here's Lang trying to create a little bit of something. Great fake. Is there anybody that fakes any better than David Coben? That one is just a little bit too strong. Ogden had the right idea. Great effort by number 11. Nick Ogden, 6'3". He's a senior. Seen him play a lot of valuable minutes for this Wildcat team over the years. But the student section, it's right down in front of us. I'm going to say about 100, maybe 125 here in attendance. Every one of these students looking at the flag, hand over the hearts. That is a rare thing to see. As I said before, there's going to be a turnover. Advantage to Soto. But it's just so rare to see that kind of respect and the reverence for the flag and at least the national anthem. So hats off to moms and dads and parents, family members, as well as teachers, coaches here at DeSoto High School, instilling that level of respect in these students. Maddox Dow. Both teams right now 50% from the field except for the Wildcats. They're going to be a little bit more after that 3-ball, 14-10. Baylor Bell. Also a senior, 6'2". Not a lot of height on this DeSoto team, but they certainly make up for it in effort. There's Bynum, baseline drive, short corner, kicks it out. Great look did Miguel Reyes have. Cannot get that one to fall. Here's Coben, 9 seconds, 8 left in the first quarter, waits for the screen, maybe a little roll-off, give and go. He says no. Instead, he's going to give it to 25. Baylor Bell from just outside the arc, up on the elbow. Toughest shot to make on the court, if I may say so. And the score of 14-10 that we had moments ago is going to stay that way after one quarter of play. And you're watching it live. An A10 varsity, kind of a dual broadcast. A10 varsity and then FHS Network. We're pleased and privileged to be a part of a student broadcast up here. We have a couple of students from USD 232, which is the home district for DeSoto High. I'm just up here kind of talking, and the other guys are running the show. Pretty neat to watch. The future's bright here at USD 232. We'll be right back. 14-10 in favor of DeSoto.
Coach here has always been a bacon and cheese Whataburger add jalapenos guy. Until now, because he just met Whataburger's Southern Bacon Double. Fresh beef patties, Monterey Jack and American cheese topped with crispy bacon, crunchy slaw, and a tangy Southern-style sauce. That's what we call an edible audible. Good call, Coach. A limited-time Southern Bacon Double from Whataburger. Just
right.
like you like it.
As we start quarter number 2, 14-10. 8 minutes to play before halftime. Fairly balanced scoring. Neither team had more than a 4-0 run at any point in that first quarter. Bison with the ball, looking to cut that lead. Down by 4. The right idea. Miguel Reyes had the right idea. For the second time, those passes, somehow, he's 5'9" junior. He's got some fantastic court vision. You can see the play develop before it happens. Like a good quarterback on the gridiron, he puts the ball where he wants his receiver to go. He is certainly going to be one to watch throughout this game and the rest of the year as well. Nice baseline drive, but how about that defense by the Bison? A little bit of trouble. Great underneath. Tries to get the roll. Does not go. Ashton Shepard. How about that hustle? That's Max Johnson. Tip your hat to number 35. That was a heads-up play. That was nothing but heart. Trying to get in there and tie up the Bison. Causing a jump ball possession arrow in favor of the Wildcats. Just over 7 minutes to play before halftime. 14-10. DeSoto. I got to say, we've got what I would call one of the all-star officiating crews here. I won't name them by name, but at the same time, I can assure you that the three officials, and really some may have an issue with the last call or the no call to end the first game, but very well officiated game, and we're seeing more of the same here. Always hats off to the officiating crews. Kind of a thankless job at times, but a necessary one, and labor of love for all those who do it. There'll be another turnover against the Bison. Gives DeSoto an opportunity to increase their 4-point lead. Less than 7 to play before half. Here comes Max Johnson. Jaden Lang, he's been all over. He plays defense, and there's a beautiful drive. Tries to make his own shot as Max Johnson can't get it to fall. We're going to have another jump ball. Yes, we will. Consecutive trips for the Wildcats. Down the core, possession arrow does favor Shawnee Mission North. But both of these teams getting after it early. It's upstart, Shawnee Mission North team. Of course, longtime coach. Coach Denny, no longer with the program, but how about Coben? He's going to use his butt. Look at that. Come on. Come on, David Coben. There's some others a chance. 16-10. David Coben with another bucket. But here come the Bison behind number 21, and he is smooth as Alex. How about Baylor Bell? He was hot from that wing moments ago. Cannot get that one to go down. Here's Alex again from the left wing, waiting for a screen. Pulls up his dribble. Nowhere to go, so Quincy Bynum takes over, top of the key. Great screen again. This is an offense that is predicated with balls, well, certainly with ball screens and off-ball screens. And again, for the second time in 3 trips up the floor for the Bison, Mr. 24, David Coben, decides to step in front of that one and turn it into a bucket for the Wildcats. Wildcats up by 8. 5:34 left here in quarter number 2. We'll be right back. Live on A10 Varsity and NFHS Network.
Jack stack carryout comes in play.
And 5.5 to play before halftime, 18-10 in favor of the home team. Wildcats starting to click on all cylinders. The shots are starting to fall. We can confirm that both of these buckets do have holes in them to let the ball go through, despite what we saw in game number 1. There's a nice cleanup. The trash man underneath. A little bit of garbage. Somehow Aziz comes up with it, and he makes it look so easy. Taps it back in. Another bucket for the Bison. 6-point spread. Aziz looking to make it 5 at the stripe. Going to shoot 1. Back into the game is Maddox Dow. Going to send Jaden Lang out for a spell. We are going to move up in the world again. How about this? Multitasking. Helping our fine camera operator here. That's probably going to be just about enough. There we go. We're going to leave it just like that. We will return to action here momentarily. Hey, right on time. 21-12, less than 5 before half. Here's Alex bringing it up. Showing his handles being guarded by Maddox Dow, one of the defensive specialists for the Wildcats. Trying to work it inside to Aziz, and why wouldn't you? The big body inside can do some damage, but here comes Coben and the Wildcats looking to extend their lead. Maddox Dow in the right corner, now on the right wing. Kicks it back up top to Coben. He wanted it. And he played, brought it back down. He says, yeah, I don't think I need to take that one right now. Good defense being applied to Blake Miller over on the left side. Coben works it in, tries to get a little bit of space to his teammates. There's Baylor Bell. You know what he does. He pops the 3. It's his second 3 of the game. And the Wildcats have doubled up the Bison. 24-12. Less than 4 to go before halftime. 3, that's a little bit off the back iron. Rebound. Here comes Coben, 1 on 3. He's not afraid. There's Coben. Uses it in body. Can't get it to go. Here are the Bison with a fantastic opportunity. They've got numbers, and it went out of bounds. Baylor Bell's going to be standing right in front of the Wildcat bench, offering it up to Coben. Nice little fake baseline, short corner shot, no good. Coming back the other way. Number 22 on the jersey, which we do not have on our official roster. Number 22, we're just going to double deuce. Driving, and he gets two. Double deuce for two. 24-16. Or beg your pardon, 24-14. 10 points. Bison would like to kind of trim away this Wildcat lead before halftime. Another great opportunity to do just that. Here's double deuce, guarded by David Coben. See Nick Ogden. The scores table getting ready to be buzzed in at the next stop ball. Alex on the far side, kicking it back here. Jordan White back into the game. Double deuce for three. No good. That's going to stay red ball. Little Rick O'Shea off of a Wildcat paw results in another opportunity for the Bison. They're going to reset it. Does Alex up top. That was an offensive foul. I did not see that happen. Not a foul you often see called, but again, this is a great crew officiating this semifinal game for us. Shawnee Mission North has only taken 13 shots compared to 22 for DeSoto. Stat of the game right there, Hayden Kilo breaking it down for us. Guess who else is breaking down that defense? That's David Coben, number 24. Makes it look so effortless. But we know that's not the case. All you youngins out there that are watching these student athletes play at a pretty darn high level. There's from the corner trying to, good job by the Bison trying to kind of encourage the official right by him to blow that whistle. But Alex with another great shot up off the glass. That's textbook hustle. He missed his shot, but he followed it up. He got the rebound, rewarded with a couple of points. But as I was saying, all these players out here tonight, I can tell you this, youngins, they don't just get out of bed and naturally able to hit a shot like that. But Maddox Dow has worked a long time perfecting that stroke. A lot of early mornings, a lot of late nights, and a lot of practices in order to get to be that good. And the thief, once again, Max Johnson. Thievery all over the place, up off the glass again. Alex, talk about hustle. 5'11", he's only a sophomore. But he is showing some leadership with his hustle and effort. Just that grit, kind of that gravel in his eye. He doesn't care. He'll take all comers. 30-18. Dozen between them. Back iron, no good. Bison with less than a minute to play before halftime. Jordan White thought about a three instead. Going to get it back up top of the key, and here is Coben using his body. Cannot get that one to go. Double Deuce is saying, yeah, I don't know about that. But the officials do disagree. They're going to go ahead and call the foul despite his valiant attempt at lobbying against it. This quarter, DeSoto has made only 2 field goals, or excuse me, 6 field goals. 4 of the 6 have been threes. How about that? Great stat work from my man Hayden. It's kind of like Jeff Sagarin. The kids are saying, who's this guy? Who's this guy talking about? Jeff Sagarin. Yeah, look it up. Less than 35 seconds to play before halftime. Here's Alex. Looking for a little help. Double Deuces up top. After the switch. There's Ashton Shepard, who's back into the game. He can play some defense and a lot more. Wrong place, and that In that case, right place, right time for Jordan White. Jordan White's going to find himself with the stripe, shooting a couple. That is the first foul against Ashton Shepard in this contest. Shepard is the tallest Wildcat on this roster at 6'4". The Wildcats are certainly going to need him. The duration of this year, had a couple of predominantly football players that decided not to go out for basketball. Had a chance to visit with David Coben, and he was a little bit perplexed with that, but certainly the choice of the respective player and families. Less than 10 to play before halftime. Kicks it out, left wing, almost off the glass. Guess who's underneath? And a rejection. Aziz, long three, almost goes down. But that could have been, let's see, that could have been a 13-point spread, but Aziz, the huge block, right before halftime, keeps it 30-19. DeSoto up by 11 here in semifinal number 2 of the Hardwood Classic. Winner will advance to play Blue Valley Southwest, a game that will take place Saturday at around 5 o'clock. It's a game you'll be able to watch right here on 810varsity.com, as well as in partnership with NFHS Network. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back. Live from DeSoto, Hardwood Classic.
Biscuits and taquitos and breakfast on a bun. Those are just a few of the things you can make a part of your morning routine at Whataburger. Then again, with so many choices, you could make a routine of not having a routine. But would not having a routine still be a routine? Chew on that for a while. Whataburger breakfast, just like you like it. here has always been a bacon and cheese Whataburger add jalapenos guy. Until now, because he just met Whataburger's Southern Bacon Double. Fresh beef patties, Monterey Jack and American cheese topped with crispy bacon, crunchy slaw, and a tangy Southern-style sauce. That's what we call an edible audible. Good call, Coach. The limited...
For those of you that are wondering, yes, that is a banjo that you hear playing in the background. Specifically decided to mix it up a little bit because one of my assistants up here has been complaining about some of the music, the background instrumental music that I've been playing. So I said, all right, we'll really mix it up a little bit. Got a little banjo on the way. We have some Christmas music. Gonna mix that into the rotation. I'm just getting a sour look. Well, I can tell you, there's a couple of players in both of these squads that might feel a little bit sour because they cannot get some of their buckets to go. Namely, Alex. Okay, that's enough of the banjo. Enough of the banjo, to the chagrin of Darren Kelo. I know he really wanted to hear that, but how about some first half stats? As I was saying, Alex Cazares. He's 4 for 8 from the field, 4 for 8 from 2, and 0 for 1 from beyond the arc. But he's got 8 points to lead all Bison scores. Following him up is Aziz Jain. I hope I'm getting that right. I asked 2 more people on the student section over on the far side were gracious enough to indulge me with how they believe it is pronounced. Okay. So Aziz Shawnee he's got the 4. A couple of points for Dally and Holman, as well as Liam Dally. Jordan White, he's got 3. For the Wildcats, leading all scores, David Coben, no surprise there. He is 5 for 7 from the field. But get this, he's 0 for 5 from the charity stripe. I've got a hunch, just a hunch that is, that David Coben's going to be spending a little extra time after practice, possibly in the mornings as well, working on his charity stripe work. But he's still got 11 points to lead all scores. Maddox Dow with 6, Baylor Bell also with 6, Jane Lang with 4, Blake Miller with 3 to round out the scoring for the Wildcats. How about a big shout out to Susan Coffey and Joel Thermert. Joel Thermert. We're just going to say Susan and Joel. They are the ones that make me sound a lot smarter than I am, giving me the halftime stat sheet. It also includes percentages, misses and makes. 15 team turnovers for the Bison, only 5 for the Wildcats, which I think is kind of the story. Tells the tale here, at least after 2 quarters. We are moments away from the start of quarter number 2. My man Hayden Kelo is telling me that half of the shots made by DeSoto in the first half were from beyond the arc. They can get that going for the rest of the season. They will be lethal in a lot of ways. But a lot of great things seeing out of this Bison team. Now DeSoto going from your right to left. To start half number 2, quarter number 3 is underway, and there's Coben, baseline in the short corner, tries to get it over to the other side to the right wing. Baylor Bell looking for a little help. See what kind of adjustments both of these teams make. It looks like DeSoto is going to take advantage of some of the aggression. They're going to say that Mr. Lang, Jaden Lang, took an extra step, calling him for a travel. Certainly if you're a Bison fan, it's the kind of thing that you want to have happen to start. Quarter number 3 being down by 11. Right side, Ian Fail. Does not go. But here come the Wildcats. They are looking to go as fast as they can to put more points up on the board. Left wing, top of the key, right wing, Coben. Pulled up his dribble. I think he kind of wanted to take off because he had a lane. He does so well making his own shot. And there's a defensive battle that's been a lot of fun to watch. So far, Coben is getting the best of Alex Cazares. A little bit off the mark. Again, Bison with an opportunity to close this down to double digits. And Coben, he was moving. He knows it. But a great job again. Alex Cazares is only a sophomore, but he's kind of got that court smarts to him. And he has the ability to kind of see things before they happen. Kind of a clairvoyant, if you will. The basketball clairvoyant. Sure, that's a label that he didn't expect to have today. Here's Dalian Holman. Holman being guarded by Lang. Inside Aziz. That's easy money. When it goes, that one does not. But here come the Wildcats. Max Johnson. Left side, Blake Miller. Nice follow-up. There's Jaden Lang doing his best Coben impression. Floats through the lane, and he stings with another deuce. 32-19. I'm not sure what the whole plan is here with the student section. They sit down, and then they stand up in unison, but I'm not really sure why. It's 5:53 left here in the third quarter. I don't know. What I do know are the Bison trying to work it inside, add to their 19 points. Oh, he's so fast is Jordan White. Great effort by Mr. Aziz. And back-to-back layups by Jaden Lang. Bison say, you know what? We've got some timeouts in our pocket. We can't take them with us. We're going to use one of them right now. 5.5 to play in quarter number 3, 34-19. All Wildcats here in Soto. We'll be right back.
Coach here has always been a bacon and cheese Whataburger add jalapenos guy. Until now, because he just met Whataburger's Southern Bacon Double. Fresh beef patties, Monterey Jack and American cheese topped with crispy bacon, crunchy slaw, and a tangy Southern-style sauce. That's what we call an edible audible. Good call, Coach. The limited-time Southern Bacon Double from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
All right, Darren Kilo, how about this one? There we go. Your pipe is smoky, young man. Not liking my music. Well, you get a little bit of taste of that. And Baylor Bell says, hey, oh, that's even a better follow-up play. Love to see that effort. That is Blake Miller coming from way back. He did not have to have that kind of hustle because presumably that was going to be up and in. That was going to be an easy 2. But because of that pursuit, Blake Miller was in the right place at the right time. He's at the stripe. Going to be shooting a couple. First one a little bit shy. Barely finds the rim. You're looking to straighten it out just a little bit. Cannot get that one to go. 34-19, just over 5 to play in quarter number 3. Oh for 8 from 3 for DeSoto. Not sure what you're saying, my man. I tell you what, I'm going to turn on the mic, and you can just tell us exactly what those numbers are showing you. Go ahead, my man.
Yeah, DeSoto is now over.
Oh, hold on. Let me turn your mic up here. We'll get back to Mr. Kilo here in a moment, but back to the action, 36-19. Here's Bynum back in, and a great job finding the open man. Liam Daly can't make it go through the cylinder. Coben bringing his team up. God, it's a strong drive. No foul called, but he didn't need it. He got 2 anyway. David Coben And underneath, there's no foul. It's going to be a gen. That's a great timeout there by Coach Rice. That's a heads up. That is a call from a coach that's been doing this just a little while. He saw that his player was in trouble, almost being called for a jump ball, but he says, you know what? I've got some of these timeouts too in my pocket. I might as well use them. And use them he does. We're going to hand it over to Hayden Kelo. Now you got a kind of a stats update for us, my man.
Yeah, DeSoto is currently on an 8-0 run for the past 4 minutes since the start of this half. It could have been 10-0, however, they're currently 0 for 8 from the charity stripe.
From the charity stripe. Okay, that makes more sense what you were trying to tell me. They say, well, they haven't shot 8 threes yet, my man, but 0 for 8 from the stripe. In addition to the turnover margin, that is certainly one of the stats of the game. Feel like we're talking to the Bear or Stanford Steve here on the set of ESPN. We have such being looked at this other one. But anyway, we have great statisticians here that are keeping us apprised at kind of the game within the game. What the numbers tell us. Yeah, thank you. It was great to see people coming up, giving us a little high five, showing our appreciation for covering these games, and we certainly appreciate you for tuning in on 810 Varsity, 810varsity.com. The all-you-can-watch buffet that is the NFHS Network, and David Coben having himself a buffet of fun. This is the David Coben Show, 40-19, 21-point spread. We're still just about halfway through quarter number 3. But the Bison, loaded with talent, a lot of young talent. There's a 3 off the backside. Yeah, there's a little bit of a push. I think that Mr. Dowley didn't necessarily agree with it. Only his first team foul, second team foul of this half for the Bison. Bison looked to score for the first time in this half. They are scoreless in quarter number 3. They had 19 at halftime. Well, that's what they have now. Max Johnson underneath Ogden. Nick Ogden. But Max Johnson with the assist. And a beautiful one it was, 42-19. It's pie time here, 3:14 left in quarter number 3. And there's a nice little land one. Credit goes to Dalian Holman. He's going to be at the stripe trying to earn 3 the old-fashioned way. Wildcats double them up right now, 42-21. See how quickly I did that math, Darren, in my head? Just like that. I can tell everybody that's watching at home that I do not have a calculator here. I did that math right in the old noggin. And there goes the symmetry, but now we're at a 20-point advantage for the Wildcats. 3:09, 3:08 left in quarter number 3. So far here in quarter number 3, and most of the game, it's been all Wildcats. Now we're hearing Coach Rice get a little more animated, trying to sharpen the saw just a little bit. Things hold true. Wildcats will be faced with a familiar foe in Blue Valley Southwest. Once again, a game that you'll be able to watch right here on the NFHS Network and 810varsity.com. Saturday afternoon. Here at the Hardwood Classic, presented by Great American Bank. There's Coben using his body well. Good ball movement. That's a thing of beauty. Lang got a little bit loose. Lang comes around, tries to set the screen. Bynum, look at Bynum work on Coben. How does that happen? David Coben, he's got 2 defenders all over him, and a couple, 3 more coming for him. Just ridiculous. The athleticism, the skill that we're seeing, and there's going to be an offensive foul. That was an unintentional foul, and right there, how about number 1? That is Maddox Dow. Whenever I see that, I'm going to call it out. Well done, Maddox Dow, for helping up the opponent that was on the ground. Love to see that sportsmanship. Don't see it enough, so whenever I see it, I'm certainly going to call it out. Well done to Maddox Dow and his family and the teachers and coaches and his life. And still those morals in him to allow him just to reach out, like a fellow athlete off the hardwood. Coben now back into the game is Ashton Shepard. And getting the roll and buying him again. Quincy a little bit frustrated. He's saying, Coach, it wasn't me. Coach, I didn't foul. But Coach is doing the right thing. Say, hey, it's a learning experience here. 46-22, 2:04. Nick Ogden at the line, heels it out. First-year head coach Denton Hayes for the Bison. He's got a lot of great athletes and a lot of enthusiasm about this program, looking to return it to prominence. Kind of injecting a different type of energy into the program than maybe had been there in years past. Not that it was bad by any means, just a little bit different. Different perspective on things. Coaches, or excuse me, players, I talked to them, they said that it's kind of like a new day and they're learning more every day, and they can tell that they're starting to come together as a team. There have been some lineup changes and a couple of players moving out, a couple of players moving in. You can tell that they have a core nucleus that they can build around. Double deuce. We found out at halftime that is Mr. Holman. Big offensive rebound, Julius Cazares. That was all about Mr. Cazares. 6'2", he's only a junior. How is he only 6'2"? Maybe he takes off a couple inches for having some pink shoes. I don't know. But he can pull it off. Well done, my man. David Coben, floater through the lane, no good. Coming back the other way. Here come the Bison. Running into a Maddox Dow front. Able to get through the fortress. Short corner baseline drive, and that was a little bit of a push-off. Miguel Reyes doesn't necessarily agree, but when he sees it on replay, he'll say, yeah, maybe I did get a little bit too handsy. It's only his first foul of the game. That's going to happen. That will certainly happen when you're a young team like this, kind of learning your way, trying to impress and help your team win, and that is a good sign for this team. That's beautiful. Maddox Dow, you had the right idea, my man. Great effort by the Bison. If you're just tuning in and not looking at the score, you would think that we are like in the waning moments of quarter number 4 with a trip to the state tournament on the line. Great looking basket by Miguel Reyes. Both of these teams playing hard. 34 seconds left in quarter number 3. Look at that. Hello, Julius Cazares. Welcome. That's got to be a foul. That's going to be a blocking foul, and again, take advantage of the defender being off balance, and that is a call that's going to go against the defender every time. So Coach Rice having a word with his star perimeter player, number 24, David Coben. Had a chance of visit with him yesterday. Tells me that he's got a bucket full of offers, but he's still trying to sort through them all and figure out what college he'll be taking his talents to starting next year. Still got plenty of time to make those choices. Right now, he's just going to have fun playing a little bit of ball. We're going to have fun watching him and the rest of these athletes out here. Both of these two teams going to be playing one more game. Loser of this game will be playing in the consolation. And that's going to be, that's a little bit of a hook. Back in my day, that wouldn't have been called a foul, but so often now. And we are in the bonus with 27 and a half seconds left in quarter number 3. We are in the bonus. There's Ogden. This one's good. Well, we are definitely recipients of some bonus play, some bonus effort here in game number 2. The Hardwood Classic, DeSoto High School. Consolation game will take place Saturday at 1:30. That'll be Olathe Northwest. Oh, almost a little razzle-dazzle move by Alex Cazares. Not a bad look at the basket. 20-point spread, 47-27. Got 8 minutes to play in regulation. We're going to bring all 8 of them to you right here when we come back. You're watching it live on 810 Varsity, 810varsity.com. The all-you-can-watch buffet that is NFHS Network. We'll be right back. And the weather is kind of frightful. Is that how it goes? Well, if you're a Bison fan, the score's a little bit scary as well. You're down by 20. Got 8 minutes to try to make up that deficit, but as they say, how do you eat an elephant? Darren Kelo, how do you eat an elephant?
One piece at a time.
That's right, one bite at a time, and that's what the Bison are going to try to do. Starting off 47-27 in favor of DeSoto. Alex Cazares. He has certainly been impressive. Can't get some of those shots to go. And how about this young man with the pink shoes, Julius Cazares. Coming in, getting some great minutes here in the second half. He's earning himself a lot more as this season goes on with his play. Gutty performance. I always like to say that you look at a team when they're down like they are, the Bison, they're down by 20 right now. How hard are they playing? How hard are they playing for each other? How hard are they playing for the coach? Well, we're certainly seeing our answer because look at this, even like right here. They're going to be right there going up, but that's not going to do any good. This is Mac Johnson, able to thread the needle up and around and through. That's a good look, good court vision again. 49-27. Alex Cazares. Alex is only a sophomore, friends. It's impressive last year, impressive this year. Got a bright future in front of that young man, as well as so many of these student athletes that we've seen tonight, all week long here at the Hardwood Classic. Brought to you by Great American Bank. Baylor Bell. Some more minutes here in quarter number 4. Lang as well. Maddox Dow feeding Lang. Didn't get full on that one. A little bit hungry yet. But a good kind of a pitch and catch, I guess you could call it. And right there, Cazares nails a 3. But it will not count. After the first half, 3-point field goals for DeSoto. They are hitting over 42%. For Shawnee Mission North, 0. .625, 6:24 here in quarter number 4. There's a nice little fake baseline drive, short corner, pop up and good. A little bit more than that short corner. Right on the low post. 49-31. In this second half, in quarter number 3, DeSoto scored 17 points. They're all on either free throws or field goals. No shots made from beyond the arc. Another great stat. Good kilo. Bringing the heat. The numbers guy. Jane Lang said, yeah, there were some numbers against him, but somehow he's able to penetrate that defensive front down low, put another one up and in for the Wildcats. Back to a 20-point spread for the Wildcats, 51-31. About 5.5 to play in this one. Official timeout. Not sure, I think maybe there was an equipment malfunction. There's certainly no strangers to equipment malfunctions here. You tried to tune into some of the girls' games yesterday. Well, I'll tell you this, we had no internet. However, due to the great work, Brandon Riffle and others in the USD 232 tech department, we are up and we've got upload bandwidth to spare. Just like the Wildcats have points to spare, they're up by 20, 5-10, 5-9 left in regulation. 3 from the right wing. That's a pretty shot. They're going to leave him wide open like that. Miguel Reyes is going to make him pay. They could string together a few more shots like that. Could be a whole different ball game. Coach Denton Hayes over there encouraging his team. And that's just sort of a deflator. Coleman over to Lang. The deflator. The flat tire. Ooh. A little razzle-dazzle fake right there. As I said before, the mark of a good, well-coached team and a good team is a hustle. We're seeing more of it right there out of number 21 and crew, Alex Cazares. Coach Rice says, hey, let's slow this roll down just a little bit. Try to protect that advantage of 17 points that they have. 4:16 left in this one. 55-38 in favor of the home team, the Wildcats of DeSoto. About 4 minutes away from punching their ticket to the championship game to take on Blue Valley Southwest. That's a game that you'll be able to watch right here on A10 Varsity and the NFHS Network. Tip-off currently scheduled for 5 o'clock Saturday. Of course, depending on the outcome of the first 3 games earlier on Saturday may have a bearing on whether or not that starts on time. Starting at 12 o'clock on Saturday will be the third place game for the girls, followed by third place game for the boys at 1:30. The loser of this game will take on Olathe Northwest. The Ravens fell just 1 point shy of topping the Timberwolves. And then at 5 o'clock, as I mentioned, scheduled for 5 o'clock, the championship game in the boys bracket between the winner of this one and 4:16. If DeSoto can hold on, it's going to be them taking on Blue Valley Southwest. Be sure to set your alarms, your reminders, whatever it is, to tune in on Saturday. Be a part of Championship Saturday here on the NFHS Network as well as A10Varsity.com. Nice display of ball skills, Blake Miller. He has worked a lot to perfect his craft. Is he going to get rewarded with a 3? How about that? He shows us what he can do with his hands on the ball, and when he releases it, it drains. Shows us how he can make a 3. Contested 3, no less. Another contested 3, kind of short arms that one, not going to go, but a good offensive rebound. Dang it, you just love to see that. Mr. Holman, take a bow. He's only a freshman. You just love to see the hustle. Coach Denton Hayes, first-year coach of Shawnee Mission North, certainly has this team playing with a lot of heart. They're down by 18 points, less than 3 minutes to go here in this contest. And again, playing with a lot of heart. Lang over in the left wing, going to reset things, slow down just a little bit. Are the Wildcats getting a little more aggressive on defense? There's Holman. Cross-court pass, that's going to stay in favor of DeSoto. And a whole host of subs coming back in. Quincy Bynum being one of them for the Bison. Miguel Reyes. And I believe for one of the first times, Nate Doolin for the Bison. He's big, 6'5" senior. I think Ogden back in for DeSoto. Maddox, Dow, Lang, of course, Coben. Oof. They have done that so many times. They set them up and they fall for it each time. Well done, DeSoto. A little freeze out there on the low block. Come back up and around, just like Christmas morning. Wide open path to the bucket. Try to get over to Doolin. Saw Nate Doolin last year here at the Hardwood Classic. Doolin was dealing. Good to see him back and healthy here. Maddox Dow being pressured by Bynum and company. And once again, Jaden Lang, he just pretty much knows where to be at the right time. That's going to be something that Coach Rice and company look at and film and give that young man a pat on the back. That was textbook play. Ogden with the rebound. Back into the contest, number 22, Ashton Shepard for the Wildcats. Alex Cazares going to be whistled for the foul. Coming in is Marcelo Nash. First time this evening, we're going to see Mr. Nash in his 6'2" frame. He's only a junior. Watching him in warm-ups, I think he can shoot threes on these. He's got Steph Curry range. Just ridiculous. See if he has an opportunity to show us some of his shooting skills. Being aggressive on defense. Coben dribble drive. Back up to Lang. Working it around. Maddox Dow. Another give and go. Great ball movement. Ashton Shepard doesn't get that one to drop. Mr. Ricochet underneath the basket. Number 24, that's Coben. Right off of his palm. His paw, if you will, being a Wildcat. Less than a minute to play here. Semifinal game number 2. 62-40, 22-point advantage for DeSoto. They are about to punch their ticket to the championship game that is scheduled for 5 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Be sure to check back to 810varsity.com for updates, for all the appropriate links to the games. This tournament and so many more across the area. Less than 30 to play in this one. Coben's going to back it out. And he's being pressured again. Jordan White, he doesn't care that there's only 20 seconds left. Look at him play. I just absolutely love to see that hustle. We have to check out one of their practices here this year. 9 seconds, 8. This one's just about done, folks. But Coach Denton Hayes has something going with this Bison team. I know the final score doesn't reflect it, but looking at the effort that his team played with, especially later in the third and into the fourth quarter, that was impressive to me. But so are these Wildcats of DeSoto, a 22-point win in the semifinal, and they have a date with the old foe from Blue Valley Southwest. It's going to be the Timberwolves and the Wildcats, a cat fight, Saturday afternoon at 5 o'clock. Shawnee Mission North will play Olathe Northwest. That is a game that is currently set for 1:30 for 1:30 tip-off on Saturday. Yes, and I do have confirmation of that, folks. Well, thanks for spending some of your Thursday late afternoon and early evening with us here on the 810 Varsity and NFHS networks. My name is Sean Brewer. On behalf of my USD 232 friends, both Hayden and Darren Kilo, Charlotte as well, saying good night from DeSoto, and we'll see you right back here Saturday.